full advantage. That's what he needed to do. It's been an absolute race from young Kiandra. Not forget, he's still a teenager. A young teenager, 14 and 15. 7/10 of a second in the last lap and a half.
Yep, and set the, oh no, not quite the fastest lap of the race. That is still with Yutadate. Yutadate goes down with Aikiyoshi.
Wins it. Behind them, is it a 1-2 for Astra Honda Racing? It's
Assalamualaikum, halo semuanya. Jumpa lagi dengan Supriyan Satria di channel Bukan Pengawal, channel yang membahas seputar dunia otomotif roda 2, review motor, dan juga info balap. Apa kabar teman-teman? Saya doakan kalian semua selalu dalam keadaan baik dan sehat. Ajang balap Asia Road Racing Championship musim 2024 telah memasuki seri ketiga. Race-nya sendiri akan dilaksanakan di sirkuit Motegi Jepang pada hari Sabtu 8 Juni dan Minggu 9 Juni 2024. Di kelas Asia Production 250, pembalap pengganti Veda Ika Pratama. Di kelas 250 cc, Muhammad Kiandra Ramadipa tampil cukup solid teman-teman. Di sesi kualifikasi, pembalap muda Astra Honda Racing Team ini mampu mencatatkan waktu terbaik 2 menit 7,7 detik dan meraih pole position. Oke teman-teman, seperti apa jalannya race 1 seri ketiga yang berlangsung di sirkuit Motegi Jepang? Apakah Kiandra Ramadipa mampu konsisten sebagai pembalap tercepat dan meraih juara di seri ini? Bagaimana dengan Herjun Adnan Firdaus dan Muhammad Fairozi? Apakah mampu membayar kesalahannya saat tampil di seri Sugo China beberapa waktu yang lalu? Nah, buat teman-teman yang belum nonton race 1 seri ketiga Motegi Jepang hari Sabtu kemarin, silahkan simak ringkasan videonya berikut ini.
for their sponsorship of the Indonesia Asian Road Racing Championship. Kiandra Ramadipa, Astra Honda Racing alongside Herjun Adnan, 1 and 2 on the grid. Ayoshi on the fast Kawasaki in P3.
Bunsu Honda.
P7 will be Yutadate Victor Racing Team. Wildcard for today, but confident wildcard. Irfan Haikal from Idemitsu Bunsu Honda and Arai Agaska Laksana from Yamaha Racing Indonesia complete row 3. Row 4 on to row 5. We've got Peo Wapatumyos for East NJT Racing for Thailand. Yun Ton Anpu from Honda Racing of Vietnam.
In 1 for all, Wonder Vacations.
Having Kintal from Idemitsu Honda Racing India is in P19 alongside Victor Racing's Wang Jia. Dominates from the start. We're underway, and it is a solid start indeed from Kiandra Ramadipa. And Astra Honda have got off to exactly the kind of start that they wanted. The lime green of the Kawasaki raced very, very well last time out, as several pushed very, very wide. 62 Ryoji Yoko, and just had to make sure he was very, very tight on the handlebars there.
That's Sharifuddin Azman.
Third, so it's very, very solid without being spectacular. Is Ayoshi right on his shoulder though? The man who's leading the way is Herjun Adnan. They go out into the countryside. A couple of evasive actions there from Kiandra, who's been forced back just a little bit. Now somebody's got a problem. Was it 63? Was it Cal Vietnam?
63 is Sharifuddin. No,
that's
that's Irfan Haikal.
Irfan Haikal, yeah. Go into the dark. That can be a little bit disconcerting, I'd imagine, going from bright sunlight into dark and back out into sunlight again. Man leading the way is Kiandra Ramadipa.
Arai Agaska can do. He's the sole runner now, of course, after Torakatula's injured exit for Yamaha Racing Indonesia. And he started from way back. He didn't have a good qualifying session, but he's made his way up into about P5, I think, before even enable us to see the Yamaha R3s in, and also this fantastic Kawasaki 4 cylinders. And as we'll see, under braking, it's going to be really interesting, I think, to watch how over the course of a race Aikiyoshi manages that hard downhill braking.
Getting used to the circuit and its intricacies. It's very different to anything we've had on the RRC. It's definitely an advantage for the Japanese racers who will have been here before.
Yeah, and Sharifuddin too, who's raced here in Moto 3, of course. Being a little bit too much of the curb and some of the grass was Ryota Ogiwara, another of the really quick wild cards in the mix here.
Ogiwara just 2 seconds separating 1 from 9.
Yes, it's a convincing performance from Kiandra from the inherited pole position. Urgent making his way back up as well.
Double track temperatures, low humidity. So the racers rather enjoying the conditions at Motegi, and this man in particular, Mohammed Kiandra Ramadeva, for the Astra Honda racing team. 209.4, he's in 10th place. This is the battle for P3, Herjanatna. Oh no, he's got ahead of Date, P2. And leading the way is still Kiandra. How big is the lead now? 1.6 seconds. Gosh, he's taken 7/10 of a second in the last lap and a half.
Yep, and set the, oh no, not quite the fastest lap of the race. That is still with Yutadate.
Date
goes down with Aiki Yoshi, and it's not only those two.
Date have gone down, and that just helps Kiandra Ramadeepa. And Herjanatna is there as well. Can we see Sharafuddin? Was he involved in that?
Yeah, and all the dust and mayhem there. I'm not sure whether that was just 2 bikes that crashed. We'll take another look at that, no doubt, shortly. But at the front,
if Herjan is indeed going to protect him, or Herjan might just want to try and take the victory himself here.
it looks like Arayagaska has got a bit more pace than Herjan, so Herjan's better strategy might be to let him through and follow him, get a tow from him, because he is running with that rev cut.
Yoko is in P4 at the moment.
Before the crash, let's have a look where he is now.
There he was, that's the operative word. But Kiandra, meantime, has really extended his lead. Herjanatna is there.
So that is that's Aiki Yoshi.
Here's the incident. So Date, oh, it's the man in front of him. It is Cal Vietnam who goes down. Date goes over Cal Vietnam.
You can't miss him. And is that Deandra joining them as well?
Okay, we can confirm Cal Vietnam is okay. He's come out of a very, very nasty incident there. Possibly the fact it was on the gravel has helped him, but he's been able to avoid any serious injury in that incident.
Arayagaska do anything about that?
We've got the wildcards as well there. Ogiwara, bike number 12, he's involved. And bike number 62, Ryuji Yoko. Behind them, Sharafuddin Azman, who's had a Arayagaska in the blue, is leading it. Bike number 38, ahead of Herjanatna Firdaus. Herjanatna is the championship leader, 3 points clear of Fairozi Torakatullah, who's an injured absentee for this race and for tomorrow's race.
Just maintaining his position behind then. Young Nanzer is off.
And Nanzer, bike problems for him. Those Yamahas are looking right then. Sharafuddin is just beginning to make up a little bit of ground. He must have had an incident.
Warwick, who has been good here, tracking Sharafuddin.
So extreme left of your screen is the race leader, Kiandra Ramadeepa. Behind him, 38. Arayagaska. Behind him, Herjanatna, 46. Then Ogiwara and Yoko.
That move when we come back to the front of this chasing group. Take a look for the 62.
Kiandra Ramadeepa is increasing his lead. Kiandra hasn't had a podium so far this year. A P5, 2 P6s. This is great for Arayagaska, best we've seen from him.
Yeah, it is good. Although Herjan just took back that place. With a 3-second lead at the front. And not halfway through it at this point.
Arai just being bullied out of it. See what the young Indonesian can do in response. Well, he has indeed been bullied out of it. That's good racing from Yoji Yoko. He had the racing line and he wasn't giving it up. And Yoko is through now into P3. Alright, well, it gets level.
Just shows him his elbow as they go through there. Show he's not scared. They do race hard in Japan. Hard but fair.
Way battle for P2. The lead, by the way, has gone up to nearly 4 seconds from Kiandra Ramadeepa. And how about that? That's now into P2 for Ryuji Yoko. These wildcards, they mean business when you come to Japan. They know these circuits. Yeah, he's got the fastest time. In fact, Moritz has just put in the fastest time, 209.024. Usually was the fastest prior to that at 209.3. So these lap times are coming down, but the lead isn't coming down. Crest of the hill. That man, Ramadeepa, He's halfway down the slope.
He's deceptively fast. That looked leisurely over the brow of the hill there, but his lap time's really consistent in the mid 208s.
And Warwick has got onto the end of that as well. So 12 is Ogiwara, the man in black.
Yeah, there's a very good chance that we'll see a wildcard on the podium here. It wouldn't be the first time in Japan.
Version Adna sneaks through. He's got himself back into P2. The lead has gone up to 4.7 seconds. So while this group of 6 are fighting and scrapping, he's taking full advantage. Not that he needed to. It's been a terrific race from young Kiandra. Let's not forget he's still a teenager.
He's a young teenager. He's 14 or 15? 14.
Oh, the two Japanese force each other wide. The wild cards going wild as they just couldn't hold the braking. Ironically, the Japanese, Ogiwara and Yoko.
Yeah, well, we said we might see them on podium. Let's have another look. Yeah, both getting quite untidy under brakes again.
Lead again has increased as Kiandra comes down the hill. AP 250cc.
Yeah, that's aggressive by Aragaska. Kingsley further onto the rumble strip than he really wanted to be. Look at this gap, Des.
Well, it was 4.7 seconds at the end of the previous lap. Sharafudin's right up close, and so is Warwick. It's a great race by Warwick. We've not seen Warwick get this as close as this before to the front guy. 6 in Buriram, race number 1 for Warwick. He might be able to equal that. He might be able to even get better than that. But the two Japanese behind him, just closing, trying to close up that gap after the mistake they made. The lead is up to 5.8 seconds up at the front. Here's Kiandra Ramadipa's, providing he doesn't do anything silly.
So Aragaska, he's got Sharafudin for company as well as Herjan and Warwick. This is a nice battle.
Seconds down, he's got himself back close. Definitely in contention for a podium, Sharafudin. Should continue a good season for him, currently in P4. Oh, Sharafudin on rail tracks, makes it around. There's Herjan Adna still holding on to P2. Aragaska as they come down the hill. This is the battle for P2. Now it's getting very congested. Sharafudin wants to try to get the inside line. He has. Can he hold on to it? They might force themselves wide off up at the front as we watch the battle for P2. It's Herjan Adna who's holding on to P2. Aragaska into P3. The race will be won by Kiandra. This is the battle for P2. Kiandra wins it. Behind them, is it a 1-2 for Astra Honda Racing? It's going to be close. It will be a 1-2 for Astra Honda Racing. Slot says Aragaska got ahead of Herjan Adna.
We've been right before.
We've been wrong before. But Kiandra takes it 6 seconds clear, slowing down. And he deserves the big thumbs up. There is a photo finish, both for P2 and for P4, where Warwick is officially adjudged to be ahead of Sharafudin. Confirmation, Kiandra takes it, slowing down 6 seconds clear of Herjan Adna, who's been given the same time as Aragaska and JT on the studio.
Empty hearts and neon lights, playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly, and I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that.
Yeah, thank you for my team, my sponsor, my mechanic. My parents always support me and always make the bike perfect. Thank you to all the sponsors who support me, and in the race I only give my best performance. I attacking from the start. Alhamdulillah, in race 1 I get my first victory here in Motegi. Terima kasih.